Welcome to Plan Studio Remier. I'm Vanessa, and in this video I show you how to use our 50-30-20 monthly budget tracker. Start by setting the month and year you would like your template to start with. And choose the currency that best fits your needs. Just choose the currency from the drop-down below, or use the Edit button if your currency isn't displayed. And you can add any other currency to your template. In the next step, customize your categories. The template comes with 6 different categories: income, needs, wants, debt, savings, and investment. And you can add up to 40 subcategories for each of these categories. The sample also comes with preset subcategories. You can easily change them by just overwriting in the field you want to change, or add any other subcategory you would like your template to show. And of course, you can delete whatever categories are preset and you don't need for your template. Next, enter your due dates for your needs. These will be shown in the bill calendar. And do so as well for your debt, so it's also shown in your calendar. Next, let's set up your payment planner for your needs and debt by entering your planned amounts for every single subcategory you set up. And you'll see that for every single month, the planned amount updates automatically. If you need to make changes for these, you can simply go into the field you want to change and enter the amount that's different from the regular planned amount. Just remember that then you're overwriting the formula. If you want to change that again, just click undo and the formula is back in this field again. Next, do the same for the debt. And now you've set up all information that's used in your bill calendar. In the Setup To tab, you enter your savings and debt information to use the Savings tab and the Debt Payoff tab. The fund and debt that are shown here are the ones you set up in the Setup tab 1. And now you just enter your goal amount for your savings. The start amount that you've already saved. And your monthly target you want to contribute to that saving fund. And select the start date when you start saving. And the goal date for your saving. Next, head to the debt. Let's say you have a credit card beginning balance of $500 and you have to do a minimum payment of $50 and your annual interest is 4%. And now you've set up your information for the Savings tab and the Debt Payoff tab. In the calendar, you'll see an overview of all your bills and debt you set up in the payment planner. You can change the month you want to show. Just use the drop-down. And the calendar will update for you. You can also choose if your calendar should start on a Monday or a Sunday, depending on your preference. And in this area, you may enter your paydays, and they will be shown in the calendar. You may as well add extra entries for bills that weren't planned. Just do that now. You can choose a date for the payday by simply double-clicking in the field and enter a name for that payday. And it will show up here in the calendar. As well for your extra entry, you can just choose a date again, name it, set an amount, and it will also appear in the calendar. Next, you can check the paid status for each calendar entry, and the check will show in the calendar. Just check here, and the check will appear in the calendar as well. And all these calendar entries below are from your payment planner, which you set up before. There's no need to change any of these. You can simply just use the paid check box. And you'll see which bills and debt have been paid by you and which are still left to pay. Just make sure to untick the boxes if you changed the month again. Otherwise, they will be shown in the next month as well. And also change the dates for your paydays and update your extra entries here. In the savings dashboard, you'll get an overview of your savings progress and get to see detailed information for every sinking fund. So you're seeing what you've already saved, your savings progress for every saving you set up, your balance distribution, and all the detailed information for every single sinking fund you set up. In the debt payoff calculator, you can set up your debt repayment strategy. Choose on which month and year your payoff should start. Just double click on this field and choose the month and year you would like to start. Then set up your monthly payment. It should exceed the total minimum payment you entered in your Setup To tab. So you have $800 of total minimum payment. So we could use $1,100 for your monthly payment, and this $300 on top are used to accelerate the payoff of your debt. Now choose a debt payoff strategy. The snowball strategy focuses on paying off the lowest balance first, so it is reducing your number of debt. And the avalanche method focuses on paying off the debt with the highest interest, so it reduces the total interest you have to pay. When you've decided on your payoff method, you can start contributing to your debt in the Transactions tab. And at any time, if your financial situation changes, you can add or subtract money from your monthly payment. To subtract, just enter an amount with a minus. And if you want to add money, simply enter the amount and the payoff date will change accordingly. Now you see the change dates. To check your payments and see the balance change of your debt, just simply check the checkbox to see which payments you have made. And the balance will update accordingly. In the next step, customize your categories. You can set up 20 different categories for your template. These will be used to show you a breakdown of your subscriptions in this area later. In the last step, simply add your subscription information and your subscription name, the category it belongs to, if the billing is monthly or annually, If your subscription is set to auto-renew, then you can use this checkbox. If you've selected the monthly billing, enter a monthly price here. And if you selected an annual price or annual billing, you set up an annual price. But now you leave this field empty and just select the renewal date by double-clicking on this field. And you can set optional notes if you would like to add anything to your subscription. In the 50-30-20 budget dashboard, you get an overview of your monthly spendings and your income. Start by choosing the month you want to display in your template. And if you want your template to show several month tabs, simply duplicate this tab. And a copy of the tab will show. Next, simply select the month you want your copy to show. And I would recommend you rename that tab for organizational reasons, just to have a better overview. And I would also recommend you keep the original tab, and please add all your transactions for your savings and debt in the original tab, so they will be shown in these two tabs. Now to start budgeting, you can add leftover budget from the previous month in the rollover field. And your left to spend amount will update accordingly. In the next step, enter your expected amounts for every single subcategory in the templates. Your actual amounts stem from the transactions log. You don't have to update these. They will update automatically for you. And just keep in mind to delete the expected amounts if you change the month. Otherwise, they will stay the same for every single month you select up above. In the last step, enter your transactions in the transactions log below the dashboard. Simply enter the date. Choose the category you want to add and a subcategory and an amount for your transaction. And just repeat that process over and over again for as many transactions as you like. Follow these simple steps and you're ready to use your template. Thanks for watching.